This is Marika, and today we are here to discuss teamwork. Right? In our previous session, we've already seen what is teamwork, right? We've also seen what are the characteristics of teamwork. And we've also seen the benefits of working in a team or the benefits of teamwork, right? So today we are here to see the remaining aspects of teamwork, right? We'll start with teamwork in nursing. So we are all into nursing profession, right? So what is teamwork in nursing, or how does teamwork in nursing becomes an effective way to reaching to a goal, that is to provide a satisfactory care to the patient, right? We'll see all about it today. Okay. So now when I say teamwork in nursing, what is a teamwork in nursing? Nursing is a patient oriented job, right? Nursing is a patient oriented job. Now, teamwork in nursing. What is teamwork in nursing? Teamwork in nursing is a professional, patient oriented approach, right? So, nursing is basically about providing care to the patient. So, it is a patient centered approach which is focused and shared common goal of all the nurses working together, right? So teamwork in nursing is what nurses working together. So what is the work for the nurses? The work for the nurses is patient-oriented care, right? Patient-oriented approaches. So when nurses come together and work towards achieving the patient's good health or achieving the well-being of the patient, it is teamwork in nursing. Each and every nursing member's unique strength and their skills to promote the delivery of high quality care, right? To provide effective nursing care and to promote positive healthcare outcomes for all the patient. So in nursing, we provide care to the patient, right? Our primary focus is to provide care to the patient, to help the patient overcome the problems, health related issues that he or she is facing, right? So it is not just one nurse's job, right? There are different nurses involved to provide care to one single patient, isn't it? So in order to make sure that we work efficiently, we need to have teamwork in nursing, right? Nurses must communicate with one another. They must collaborate together and work together towards achieving a common goal, which is patient's satisfaction, patient's well-being. Okay. So we will see why is it important for nursing or nurses to work as a team. What is the importance of teamwork in nursing? Now, as I said, it is not just one nurse that provides care to one particular patient, right? For one patient, there may be several different nurses involved, right? So nursing is not just about one patient and about one particular nurse. It involves many different nurses in order to provide care to the patient. So here in teamwork, in nursing, it results in better patient care, which will also improve the patient's satisfaction level. Okay, the first importance is better patient care, which improves patient's outcome. The next one is the primary goal, right? The primary goal of all the healthcare workers, be it nurses, doctors, lab technicians, or anyone who's working in the health industry. For all the healthcare workers, the primary goal is to provide high quality care to the patient and help the patient recover from the illness he or she is going through. Now, those nurses who integrate teamwork in their profession, they see better responses from the patient and also improved outcomes. So if as nurses or health team members, if we incorporate teamwork and work as a team, it becomes easier for the nurses to reach to the goal or to provide a satisfactory care to the patients. The next importance is strong professional relationship. So nurses who work together, right? Healthcare team members who work together, they can learn about one another, right? When we work in team, it is easier for us to learn about one another, the expectation of one individual from another individual, right? So nurses who work together, it becomes easier for them to learn and get motivated from other people around, right? Obviously, when teamwork is involved, when we do something in team, it is easier for us to also achieve the goal. Also, it will help the nurses to have more networks within the professional team. Now, through effective communication, nurses, they inspire one another. Okay, the nurses working together, they inspire one another. As I said, they motivate one another, they learn about one another to reach their career goals, share their expertise and their experiences, which helps them to improve their nursing and interdepartmental relationships. The next importance is reduced risk to patient safety. A recent research indicates that around 250,000 death occurs every year, which is preventable within the healthcare system. Now, when we communicate with one another, when we have teamwork, and when there's effective communication, it reduces the risk of medication errors, right? There are so many medication errors that happens within the healthcare system, right? So it reduces, when we have effective communication, it reduces the risk of medication errors, inappropriate therapies provided to the patient, and delays in the treatment, which will have a positive impact on the patient's safety, right? So as I said, when there's teamwork, when there's proper communication within the teamwork, what happens is there will be reduced risk to patient safety or inappropriate therapies. All these things can be avoided. So when nurses are involved in the patient care, right? And when it is a team of nurses who are involved in the care of the patient, the delivery of the services that is rendered by the nurses is seen to be more efficient and effective. So obviously, when we provide a good care to the patient, when we are providing effective care to the patient, it will obviously result in better patient outcome. Okay, so it is necessary for nurses to work in teams so that errors can be avoided, right? And we can give a positive outcome to the patient. Also, it is seen that those nurses who are involved in team approach, or those nurses who work to provide care to the patient in team, the job satisfaction of the nurses is also seen to be higher. The nurses are happier in their jobs if they are involved in team approach, because it is obviously difficult for a nurse to provide care to many different patients at a time, right? If there's a team approach, when there are different nurses coming together in team, the healthcare system is working in a team, it becomes easier for the nurse to provide care to the client because the responsibilities are divided, right? And the nurses can carry out their work more efficiently. Now we've seen what importance teamwork has in nursing, right? It helps to get a better patient outcome. When we work together as a team, it results in less errors that happens in healthcare system, right? Because of several errors that happens within the healthcare members or between the members of a team, there are many deaths that are preventable that occurs every year in every different countries, right? So in order to avoid that, we have to communicate effectively with one another. A team approach, a planned team approach is must for attaining, providing holistic care to the patient, right? So let us now see what is the process of teamwork. So there is a process for teamwork. From forming a team to making the team work, there's a process that a team or a group goes through. Let us see one by one what are the different steps involved in the teamwork process. Okay, the first step says know your team or knowing your people. Now, as a nurse manager, first of all, as a nurse manager, the nurse manager must be aware about the different people in the institution or the organization. She must have a good understanding of the people within her group. So if the nurse manager or if the manager or the leader has a proper understanding about each and every individual, it becomes easier for the nurse manager to understand what the individual member of the group cares about, right? What are their priorities? What are their expectations? What are their skills, right? So when we as a nurse manager, in the first step, we have to know our people. We have to know about their expectations. We have to know about their skills, right? We have to know what kind of thinking process they have so that it becomes easier for us to give them work or divide responsibilities to the, it becomes easier for the nurse manager to divide the work or to delegate responsibilities to the members of the group. So it is very much necessary for the manager to win over the people who he or she is working with, right? When you talk to people, when you get to know one another, when the manager knows about the full potential of each and every individual, it becomes easier for the manager to divide the responsibility, right? Give the responsibility according to the skill each and every individual possesses, right? So it is very much necessary for the manager to win over his or her people so that they can initiate a work environment where they can use the team members to the full potential. And in the second step, we have to choose the right members to be in our group, to be in our team. So what does this mean? Having the best members in the team will help us to achieve the goal more effectively and efficiently. Obviously, when you have the best ones in your group, it is easier for the nurse manager or the leader to achieve the goal. So now when I'm saying choosing the people, right, choosing the right people, it means when you're giving any kind of responsibility, when we are handing over any kind of responsibility to different individuals, we should know, as in the first step, as I've said, we have to have an understanding of each and every individual, right? What kind of person each and every member in the group is, what are the skills that they possess, right? So as a leader or as a manager, the manager must be aware about each and every individual skill, right? So for every position, so every individual is different, the way they perceive thing is different, the way they carry out their work is different, and their skills are different. Choosing the right team member, it means you have to select the right team member for the right job, right? As we are talking about a teamwork, right? There are different works to be carried out. So this works will be delegated or distributed to different individual in the group. So as a leader, we should be able to understand who has the skill to carry out that particular work, to whom this responsibility can be given, right? So that that particular person will carry out the responsibility given efficiently. So we have to keep in our mind as a nurse manager that every individual is different, their skills are different, and so the job that is carried out, the same job is carried out in different way by different people. In order to make sure that we provide proper care to the patient, we have to make sure that we select the right member for the right job. The third one is common goal. So as a team, when we are working, we are obviously working for one particular goal, right? There is a common goal for all of us. A team works together to achieve that particular goal, isn't it? Now, common goal, as I said, there should be one particular goal for all the members in the group to achieve. Now, the team always must have one particular goal, and all these members are working towards achieving this goal, right? Now, every individual will have different responsibility in spite of having the same goal, right? To reach to that goal, it is a teamwork. Every work will be divided to one another, and every individual will carry out different work to reach to this particular goal. But here, as a leader or a nurse manager, we have to make sure that the members of the team, the actions of the members of the team are correlated with one another, and their actions must complement each other's action, right? The next one is sharing information. The fourth step is sharing information, right? So what is sharing information? Within a team, there are different members involved, right? We communicate with one another. We carry out different tasks that is given to us, but we are working towards one common goal. So to work to achieve that one common goal, even if we might get different responsibilities to be carried out, our ultimate goal is the same, right? Now, there can be certain informations or certain messages that is related to our work, right? That is related to the progress of our work, or that is related to the downfall of our work. In order to work efficiently as a team member, right? To work efficiently, to have an efficient teamwork, we should share the information that is related to our work and goal achievement with the other members in the team. So in order to make sure that our goal is achieved, if there's anything that is related to our work and that needs to be shared to the other members, if it is required, information sharing is also one of the major process in the teamwork. So only when we share information with one another that is related to our work, only when we communicate about the information or the messages we have that is related to our work, only then it is easier for every one of the member to work efficiently in the team, right? If there's something that I know about that is related to our work, that we are working in a team, right? I have information that is very important, but I don't want to share it to other group members. It will obviously not help us to work better. There will be miscommunications, right? So in order to make sure that we carry out our work effectively within the team, we also have to share information that is related to our work with one another. Next, we have empowering the team members. Okay. So here we must understand that as a manager, as a leader, we are there to lead them, we are there to motivate them, right? So the primary focus of the leader or a nurse manager must be to empower their team members. So what does empowering team members mean here, right? It is making them feel that they are a valuable part of the team, right? Every individual has different kind of skills. They are contributing differently to the organization, right? There are different contributions from each and every member. So in order to make sure that the employees feel that they are being valued, that they are valued in the organization, we must encourage them, right? Everybody likes to receive a positive feedback about their work or their contribution at times. So as a leader, we must tell our team members that they are valued in an organization. Their contribution is a valuable part for the organization to function and to reach the goal given. Now, what happens when we empower our team, or what happens when we give a positive feedback to all the team members? It increases and enhances the strength of the team, right? You feel motivated to work more. Anyone, if comes and gives me a good feedback about what I am doing, I'll obviously don't want that person to be let down, right? I would work more efficiently to make sure that I maintain that level, right? Make sure that I don't get a bad image, right? So to motivate those people as a manager, we must empower the team, right? We must tell the members of the team that they are being valued, that their contribution is a valuable part of our organization. Next, we have facilitate communication and why it is important, right? For anything to be carried out, any work to be carried out, communication is a very, very important part. So when there is openness, right, when there is free communication within the members of the team, it is obviously easier to get any work done, right? When we have anything, if we have any concern, whether it is a positive thing or a negative thing, if there's anything to talk about, if we go and if we are able to communicate freely with the team members, it is obviously easier for any of the work to be carried out. Now, it is the job of the leader or the manager to make sure that there is a proper communication within the team members. The next one we have is measuring performance, right? Now, we are working in a team. We have a goal given, right? We have a pre-established goal, predetermined goal. When a team is working towards achieving that goal, it is obviously necessary for us to also measure the performance of the team, right? In order to see whether the team is able to meet the given standards or not. So it is necessary to measure the performance of the team. The teamwork must be measured on a regular basis. And whose job is it to measure the performance of the team or the teamwork? It is the job of the nurse manager or the leader to measure that the performance is up to the mark. Measuring the performance on a regular basis will also help us as a manager to know whether the members of the organization or whether the members of the team are truly working for the benefit of the organization or not, right? So as I've said, as we've studied in our previous session, there can be tendency of the people to exert less effort when they are working in group, right? There can be social loafing, right? So in order to make sure all these things are avoided, in order to make sure that every member in the group is working equally towards achieving the goal, we must measure the performance of the team on a regular basis as a leader. Also, when we measure the performance, right, when we measure the performance of the group or of an individual, it becomes easier for us to understand the areas of deficit, the areas where the problems are arising, right? What is not being done properly, we are able to identify those areas, right? So once we identify those areas, it becomes easier for all the team members to focus our work on that particular area or to concentrate on how we can uplift that particular area, which will obviously improve the work functioning. And the last step we have is sharing the outcome. Now, what is sharing the outcome? So when we are in a team, being the members in the team, we share our responsibilities, right? Even though we have a goal, there are different responsibilities for different individuals, and we share those responsibilities with one another in order to meet a common goal. right? Now, when we share responsibilities, it is also necessary for a team to share their outcomes or to share the result of their team approach or their teamwork. Now, for any given group or any given team, there are two outcomes, right? A positive outcome or a negative outcome. You may be able to achieve success or you may not be able to achieve success, right? So, when you work in team, whether it is a loss or it is a victory, sharing those losses and those victories is also equally important as sharing responsibilities while performing. A team has to remain a team whether they lose or they win. So all the experiences that members of the team go through, right? Each and every members of the team go through the same kind of experience. They perform, they try to get success. If at all they're not able to be successful, there can be losses, right? So whatever it is the experience through which the team members learn and grow. So when they go through all these experiences and when they share their outcomes, the team as a whole grows. The team as a whole grows stronger, and also they learn various things because of the experiences. So sharing outcome is very important as a team. So to conclude, today we have seen what is team, right? What is a teamwork? Why? What are the characteristic features of a teamwork? Why is it important in nursing? And what is the step of teamwork? What is the process of teamwork, right? I hope the class was helpful. I'll see you all in the next session. Thank you.